Today I made my 24th solo return. It's my birthday. And I was gonna talk about just what does it even mean to be 24 years old? Or at least just what does it even mean to be in your 20s? And what I've realized this year specifically was what I mostly realized this year, well my 20s was like about I'm only like now almost halfway through my 20s, but what the main theme of it so far is mostly childhood and how that shaped you to where you are now. But not just how it shaped you, but how you can also let it go. Because it's like when you go deep within, you don't just throw away the things that you don't need, but you also find yourself. You also find you find you find the gunk, but also you find yourself through all of that. Especially like with the things that you do, the things that you always love doing. But it's so weird because like I read this quote, I don't know how to quote it, but it says something about how you find things from your childhood. Your 20s is like just now, like the things that you do when you were when you were younger, but with less shame. It's like when you were a child, you're so vulnerable to the world and to everyone's opinions and everything that you just like wouldn't just throw that away for self acceptance or for acceptance of your community or whatever. It's normal. But when you get to your 20s, you start to like see that, oh my word, those are things that I loved, I've always loved that. And you start incorporating it more into your 20s. And a lot of your childhood trauma starts to come up right now. And that's a very important thing where your childhood trauma comes for you. It comes for you by your throat, your neck, your stomach, your entire body, your entire being. You are bombarded with all the things that you haven't processed, things that you haven't dealt with. And it's a long journey because your childhood was a long time, from when you are a baby to going to school, going to high school. I mean, even your 20s is traumatic, but that's another video. But yeah, and when you start being bombarded with all of these things that you haven't dealt with, things that you haven't processed, and you find yourself in this territory that you haven't ever been. You don't know what's going on. You don't know how, why, what, or when. Time doesn't even feel real. Isn't, but doesn't feel real. You don't even understand what's not going on. You don't even know what you don't know. So yeah, the 20s is just spent scrambling, and all the while you are trying to get your career started. You are trying to get, I don't know, relationships started. Some people have kids in their 20s. Like everybody's doing different things, and all while you are trying to process just yourself and why, what, and why, what, and how. And it's just a very confusing time, you know, and it's very important to find stability within that, whether it's in religion, whether it's with, I won't say music, but no, whether it's anything that can keep you stable and grounded. Those are the things that just really helps you. People play music very loud in the morning. But anyway, so it's important to find some kind of stability within all of this chaos because, like as within, so without, as as above, so below, as above, so below. Whatever happens within here, it's going to manifest out here, and you'll see it with your family, with your parents, with your friendships, with everything that's just moving around very fast, and you'll be trying to keep up, and you'll be trying to keep up with the Joneses. It's important not to. It's important not to keep up with the Joneses. It's important to kind of stick to yourself and what's authentic to you, what you need as a person, as a human being. And you really have to hold true to yourself. And that's why, being authentic, it's hard work because you have to go deep within yourself and find what works for you. Because, like in my previous video, I was speaking about how you. What did I even say? We have to go within when you in your childhood. So many different things are added to you, who you already are. You when you are born, you already have this core identity of like who you already are. All of these things that you love, like and then you spend your childhood tasting, doing this, what you don't like, what you like, but it all sticks with you. And now in your 20s, you have the ability to actually think deep, think with reason, and think in inner work. You have the ability to do inner work, deep inner work, and confront the demons that has been attacking you for the past 24 years. And it's scary. It's scary. You'll have sleepless nights. You'll be laying up and you'll be screaming at yourself. You'll be crying. You'll be everything that is scary will be brought up. But I don't know. I feel like that's kind of the point, because it's all part of the journey. It's not even just about it's not just about getting what you want, but it's about the journey that gets you there. Why and how you get to that point. Yeah, it's about the journey, and the journey of your 20s is amazing. But yeah, thank you so much, and please like, subscribe, or I don't know, do what you want.